Nest of the vampire bats, is it? Well, you're not sucking my blood, folks. Hello, everybody. My name's James. This is Grand Summoners. It is our sponsored feature for the week. We do them from time to time. We tell you up front. And I am making short work, or have made short work, of those little vampiric winged beasts. This clearly is an anime-inspired JRPG, currently available on your iPhones and your iPads and your Androids and whatnot. And I've been playing it for a few days now. I've been working my way gradually up through the levels. I am far from expert here, but we're at about, characters are around about level 20, 21 in fact, out of a potential 90. I've got a nice lineup of heroes here, but there's a long way to go before they are masters, let's say, of their domains. I'm in the single player campaign bit here at the moment. As you can see, I've worked my way through about 5 or 6 chapters worth of stuff, each of which have about 5 levels in them. But here's your main screen, and there's a lot to do, and specifically some extremely Godzilla flavored things to do, because that's their current event at the minute. I've already made a start at the older Godzilla quests here, and I can dive into another and show you what he looks like. In fact, I've actually been able to acquire Godzilla for my party, kind of, because each of the heroes has a series of either bits of equipment. I'm going to skip the story because we were running low on time. Each character has equipment that they can use, skills, and also something called art. Now, if I tap a character, you can see they use their skill, and the skill bar recharges underneath them. You can see the little yellow thing underneath them there. But also, beneath each one, you see these red things. For example, this True Izanagi, which is a power-up, a buff, and if I put my finger on there, I can show you what it does. So 2,300% earth damage we're dealing out there. Now, I can use True Centurion, and you can see the second character in has got arts above their name. If I swipe upwards on their character, all 3 of them now, here's Godzilla. So everyone who's got arts at the top of their little character portrait, if I swipe up, there you go. Likewise here, and here I'm going to do it again. These activate their effectively ultimate attacks, a kind of a superpower. But you can also do their skills. The skills are recharged quickly, so there's a lot to deal with between tapping your skill attacks, using your arts once they're charged, and then using items below to either heal or protect or trigger your arts, because some of them will, for example, like speed up the speed at which your arts recharge. If I swipe, I try and do them like with a little gap in between so I can just see the animations play out, because it's sort of more fun that way. But you can see already, if I use Godzilla at the end, Kaiju Gem, I bring in my very own Godzilla to face off against Godzilla with the death beams. Let's keep the arts going. We must be nearly there. Come on. Oh, like we've broken down the shields and now we're beating Godzilla themselves. No mercy. Don't need the heal ring. The way I've equipped my characters at the minute, they're quite good at self-defense. You can see the little shields sitting around them, so they don't run the risk of getting damaged too much unless I come up against the wrong enemy, which can happen. For example, there are a series of big boss battles that you can do. I'll be showing you those in a moment. And once you reach about the 4th level of them, it really starts to take a toll on your character, and doesn't matter how powerful you are, you tend to die a lot. Quest clear. There we go. Once you've been through the battle section, then it's all about maintaining your characters, upgrading them, and evolving them. And of course, once you've completed a challenge here, you end up getting your stuff. So you've got, I think it's called Gren, which is the main currency. But also you get loads of other things. Crystals appear, you've got little characters and elementals which you can use to increase things like your luck. Use them as raw materials effectively to upgrade your characters. Here it's talking about a luck bonus already. And these kind of things, these are items and objects here, will wind up getting reused or turned into useful assets for me. So if I go back home, and for example, I can jump through to the equip menu right here. This gives me an option to have a look at my equipment list and potentially enhance the equipment that I do already have. You can see a lot of stuff is equipped, but a bunch of it isn't. If I jump in here and if I want to use, for example, enhance, I can enhance this mystic arrow by using dark ore, which we've got plenty enough to do so. So I can sit here, I can flick that up, I can hit enhance, and boom. I've now improved the qualities of that weapon. My attack just went up for 1,590% dark damage there. Lovely. But I've got no more ore with which to do it. So that's the kind of upgrading weapons process. Looking at your units, these are my hero units that I've chosen at the moment. I have collected a whole bunch of other characters. You can already see I've kind of like dropped in another few characters into this list here. These guys need to be leveled up. At the moment I'm focusing on this lot, because clearly they are, you know, my main crew. And if I dive in here to the enhance list, if I take a look at, let's say, who else is sitting at number 21? Someone else has got to be, haha, you. I'm pretty sure I haven't buffed you yet. There we go. Now I can use one of those currency items to increase my hit points, my attack points, or my defense points if I want to. Plus, you can start messing with things like the arts gauge, the speed at which it increases, and all that business. Let's enhance your arts. So if I go bam, it uses the currency to buff up my luck a smidge and use that luck energy to improve my strength, my attack, whatever it might be. And you can do that with all your characters as you go through the game. It's fairly granular. There are a lot of different things you can do. So beyond that, you've got the Evolve and Awaken, where you can take characters and kind of smash them together. So this is when I was talking about using materials here. See, that character down here that I've picked up, this level is too low at the moment, but you can use those characters to basically combine them and enhance your existing characters, evolve, and then eventually, once they get above level 70, you get to awaken them, and then that's a whole new level of power. If we go back to the home screen, you've also got stuff around, well, for example, if I go to exploring, this shows you all the different types of quests you can participate in. So there's a limited time events like the Godzilla fight we did. There are these giant bosses that you can take on, which I'm currently in the menu for right now. These pop up quite regularly. So at the moment, we've got all these different like limited time events that are currently running, and you can bash your way through them if you want to. So if I were just to dive in here, you can choose solo or multiplayer. I'm not going to do multiplayer at the minute because it may take a little while for folks to buddy up in the lobby, but you just hit multiplayer and you can wait for someone to jump in and help you out with that quest. And equally, you can go and make friends and generate friends lists as you play through just like day to day so that they're always sitting there and ready to go. You'll also have noticed a little auto button in the kind of middle of the screen on the right hand side there. That does exactly what you think it does. If you tap it, the game goes into auto mode and you can kind of let it play for you. I'm a man who likes to play his games ideally, so this is why I like doing all the tapping. It's more fun that way. And this keeps you on your toes, because like I say, you can sit here and take a back seat and not do anything, but everything recharges quite quickly. So you do have to have fairly decent reactions to keep on top of it, or you'll quickly find yourself getting swamped by your enemy attacks. Some things, you know when things take like 2 minutes to charge up and it's easy to forget about that? Well, it's equally easy if it takes about 3 seconds to charge up, because then you're suddenly having to really live in the moment, let's say. I think I got myself a new hyper character there. That's quite nice. And I've ranked up again. The numbers, they keep climbing. The other thing I should mention is, before you go out onto missions, I'm going to go back here and choose one of these giant boss missions, just for fun. I want to see myself getting smashed to bits. If I jump into the Caverns of the Dark, I've already completed... Oh, I haven't actually touched this one yet. There's a couple of these I've already walked through. So let's go in pro on Caverns of the Dark, because I feel like getting whopped. You can also choose food. So this is what I was going to say. If you've ever played other games that allow you to kind of cook meals beforehand, I can smash a meal in there. Gives me a little bit of a buff before I go in. Obviously this one, because it's a big boss battle, costs a little bit more energy. This is going to cost me 30 energy to fight my way through. I've got about 400 at the minute, so I'm laughing. This is a tougher match. So let's see how well I do or do not do. Obviously they've lent into the big colours, the extremely over-the-top battle animations in a way to make it look... I mean, look at all this 16-bit business going on my screen. I'm going to save my Kaiju gem. I will bring in Godzilla, but I'll bring him in at the end. 2 of 6 battles. That's a lot of battles. Right, let's chuck some arts out there. Followed very quickly by some skills. See, the arts make such short work of the enemies if they're not up to the task. Right, get the skills out there. I'm going to use the true Zanketsu. I'm saving the heal ring in case I really need it. Arts, there we go. Nearly there, black delivery. Oh, it's funny, because when you get to the slightly more highly powered fights, the tension creeps back in at the minute. I've kind of been farming lower level stuff for a while, so when, oh, look at the state of this guy. When these people appear, suddenly I feel human fear again. Nice to be reminded. Right, let's bust out the Saint's Medal. We'll use the F fan. We're going to use your art skill. We're going to use the rest of your regular skills. Go, go, go. Blitzwing, Vazen, Death. This, I'm barely making a dent. Oh, God. Right. Come on, folks. We can do this. Bash, 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 bash. Use all your skills. Everything else is recharging. True Supernova, that's going out there. We've got 2 arts we can throw out into the mix. Show me your brilliant blade. Yes. Arts again. Look at all the colors, though. That's a very short tour of what you can expect to find inside Grand Summoners. It's currently available for free, iPhone, iPad, and Android if you want to take a look. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.